This is Daily Tech Now, where we cover breaking news in the tech industry every day. In today's news, Silicon Valley Bank gets bailed out by the government. Amazon and Rivian may end their EV delivery van exclusivity pact. General Motors hints at integrating ChatGPT into its vehicles, and more. Silicon Valley Bank's collapse has caused concern for many technology companies that relied on it as their lender. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corp, or FDIC, took control of the bank on Friday after the bank faced a run on its deposits, mostly from tech firms and startups. As most of the deposits exceeded the FDIC insurance limit of $250,000, there were concerns about the customers not getting their money back quickly enough to cover payroll or other financial obligations. However, on Sunday, federal emergency measures were announced to protect all depositors on the failed bank, which has since relieved pressure on corporate technology leaders who are scrambling to assess the health of their vendors. Despite the bailout, there are some business costs that likely won't be recoverable, such as the costs associated with switching banks for payroll, investments, and business interruptions. Although the first-order consequences of the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank have been avoided now that regulators have stepped in, there could still be second or third-order consequences stemming from the more cautious investment environment for enterprise technology. In the wake of SVB's implosion, many businesses have been hit hard. Etsy, the online marketplace for handmade goods and vintage items, is experiencing delays in processing payments to its sellers following the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. On Friday, Etsy warned its sellers that the bank's collapse was causing delays in processing payments and that it was working on a solution. Etsy confirmed that approximately 0.5% of its active seller base had their payments delayed on Friday and that the company is working to pay these sellers today. Etsy has already started processing payments via another payment partner this morning. Silicon Valley Bank's collapse is impacting a range of startups and larger firms, including publicly traded companies like Roku, Roblox, Quotient, and others. The Federal Reserve issued a joint pair of statements on Sunday, noting that Silicon Valley Bank's depositors, both insured and uninsured, will receive help in a manner that will fully protect all. The implosion marked the largest U.S. bank failure since the global financial crisis more than a decade ago. In other news, Amazon and Rivian are renegotiating their electric van deal after Amazon's order for 2023 came in at the low end of the previously provided range. Under the terms of the 2019 agreement, Rivian is required to sell all of its electric vans it produces to Amazon, and the exclusivity clause prevents Rivian from selling the vans to other customers. However, the recent order placed by Amazon has led Rivian to seek the removal of the exclusivity clause, which would allow it to sell its delivery vans to other customers. Talks between the two companies are ongoing, but Amazon has reaffirmed its commitment to buying 100,000 vans from Rivian by 2030. The company has been under pressure to cut costs and boost factory output, and it recently announced that it aimed to produce 50,000 vehicles this year. To conserve cash, Rivian has conducted 2 rounds of layoffs and pushed back future plans for business lines, such as its more affordable R2 line of vehicles. Amazon is Rivian's largest shareholder with a 17% stake in the company, and Amazon is also represented on Rivian's board of directors. If the exclusivity clause is removed, Rivian will need to find a new commercial customer for the electric van it produces. General Motors is exploring potential uses of OpenAI's ChatGPT language models for its virtual personal assistants in its vehicles. As a part of a broader collaboration with Microsoft, GM plans to develop a virtual assistant using Microsoft's Azure cloud service, which includes a ChatGPT API. GM Vice President Scott Miller said that ChatGPT is going to be in everything and that the chatbot can provide drivers with information about their vehicle features, such as diagnosing issues or displaying a video demonstrating on how to change a flat tire. The technology will be adjusted specifically for vehicles, and a car-specific layer will be applied to OpenAI's tech. Microsoft has a long-term strategic relationship with GM, having partnered with the automaker's self-driving subsidiary Cruise in 2021 to develop GM's autonomous vehicles. There is currently no timeline for the release or a formal announcement of the plans yet. Finally, Instagram is testing a new feature called Latest Shares that let users easily access the recently shared reels. Instagram confirmed the development of the feature, saying that it is rolling out improvements to how users can search for and rediscover reels that were previously shared in messages. However, the company did not specify if the feature will show other non-reel posts in the latest share section or provide a rollout schedule. The new test is aimed at keeping users and their friends sharing and viewing short videos regularly. Instagram has been focusing on short videos in the recent years and announced last year that any video shorter than 15 minutes will be shared as a reel post. Last week, Meta, Instagram's parent company, announced it is ending the creator bonus program for Reels as it plans to focus on other avenues of monetization, such as ad revenue sharing. This has been your Daily Tech News, and please subscribe and come back tomorrow for more.